Today's challenge is not really a challenge, as in this game against Martin, my moves will be predetermined. And let me show you what I mean by that. So I have this diagram here, and I have to start with a pawn move, and I have to push this pawn forward. In my next move, I have to move my knight in this direction that I specify, then my bishop, and so on and so forth until I get back to a pawn move. Now when I come back to a piece, I have to move to a different direction. So in this case, I have to capture a piece on my right. Now if a move is not possible, then I have to cycle through the moves until I find one that's legal. If I can't capture in this direction either, then I have to push again. Same goes for the pieces. If, for example, I have to move my queen but I have no legal moves, then I go to the king. If my king is also stuck, then I go back to the pawn. So I cycle through the pieces and their directions until I find a legal move. Now there are two parameters that are missing from this diagram. Although I'm specifying which type of piece I should move, I don't specify which piece. For example, I have 8 pawns, I have 2 knights, 2 bishops, and so on and so forth. Also, I don't specify how long the movement should be. And okay, those 3 pieces I don't have to specify because those 2 move only 1 square and the knights move in an L shape, but those 3 pieces can move 1 square, 2 squares, and so on and so forth. So to solve those issues, I will be always moving the leftmost piece. So for example, I would start with the A pawn, then this knight, and if 2 pieces are on the same file, I will be moving the one that is in the highest rank. And also I will be moving each piece only 1 square. So queen, bishops, and rooks, only 1 square. And finally, if I get to promote a pawn, I will be always promoting to a queen. So with those sets of rules, I think that everything will be predetermined. So let's start the game. And okay, I have to push a pawn, and as we said, I have to push the A pawn 1 square. Now I have to move my knight. Okay, now I don't have a bishop move, but I have a rook move. I can move my rook to A2, so I will do that. Let's see how fast Martin will checkmate me, as I don't think I will survive for long. Okay, we don't have a queen move, we don't have a king move, so we go back to a pawn move. And I can't capture anything, so I will just push. Okay, now it's a knight move, but I can change the direction. I must go here now. Okay, Martin doesn't take. Still no bishop's move, so again has to be a rook move. Now the next direction I can go is go back. Okay, I can do that. Okay, still no queen move, no king move, so back to a pawn move. And again I have to push, no other legal move. I mean, for this challenge. Back to the knights. And I have to go here now. At least I saved my knight. I don't care what Martin plays because I don't have any choices anyway. Now again I have to play a rook move. I will be shuffling my rook back and forth. A2 again. And okay, that's good because now I can push another pawn. Push my B pawn, so B3. Back to the knight. So first of all, both of my knights are on the G file, so I have to move this knight. This movement is not possible. This one is not possible. This one is not possible, so I have to go back. Knight to E4. Martin doesn't take. Now I have a bishop move. Well, not in this direction, but in this direction. Yep. Okay, I will get to save my rook. So, yeah. And I get my first queen move. Well, only one option. Now I have a king move. Again, I can only go left. So king d1. I mean, look at my position, it's horrible. But I will just be waiting for the inevitable to happen. Okay, back to a pawn move. So I have to push, yeah, the c pawn. Yep. So I'm attacking the knight. I can take it in 5 moves, but no, Martin moves the knight. Okay, back to a knight move. Have to go here. Okay, I lost one of my knights. Let me see if I will lose the second one. No, not yet at least. Okay, now bishop. Okay, I will not change direction because that's the only move I have. rook. I still have to go up because we're moving clockwise. So a2. Queen move. The next queen move is in this diagonal. And I think the same goes for my king. I'm still surviving. I wasn't expecting that. Back to a pawn move. And I think I'm trapping Martin's bishop. Although I will not be able to take because my next move must be this if this pawn stays there. But anyway, back to a knight move. I have to go over here. Bishop. I can't move my bishops, so no bishop move. Back to a rook move. And I have to place my queen in front of Martin's rooks. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. And not only that, now I have to place my king on the c-file. I can move my dark square bishop. Ah, wait, I'm in check. What I'm saying, I'm in check. That means, okay, I can move my bishop, but the legal move is to block. Okay, he doesn't take. g1. Martin likes to see me suffer, I guess. I don't have a queen now, so I must move my king. Okay, now Martin takes, now that there is no check. Pawn move! Pawn move, and I have to capture. I have to capture. Is this my first capture? I don't know. No, I took another pawn. Okay, is checkmate coming? I mean, it should be. No knights, no bishops, a rook. Okay, I can go back to h1, I guess. That's very sad. h1. Come on, Martin, finish this game. Back to a king move. I mean, I can only go and take the bishop, right? Ooh, wait a minute. I get to capture on the left now. So there goes this knight. Still no bishop, but I have this. Back to a king move. And I have to go to the right. Pawn move. I have to push. My d pawn is blocked, so I will move my e pawn and finally get to move my other bishop. e3. Ah, finally I have a bishop move. But it's too late, I think. It's too late. Have to go to the right. h1. b1. f3. My bishop has to go back. King a1. Now I get to capture a pawn. I give up my bishop. Okay, Martin takes a bishop. Rook h1. And checkmate. Okay, that took way too long. So that's what happens when your moves are predetermined. So it's really good to have choices. That was it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.